Good day, gentlemen and ladies. Today we're Saturday the 18th of April and it is 18 degrees Celsius right now. It's kind of windy. We have windy condition, gusty wind up to 45 kilometers per hour. Normal wind is 30. And as you can see behind me, my snow, my iceberg is starting to melt. I'm very happy. However, this week, like tomorrow, we're gonna receive a ton of rain, and the rest of the week, it's just gonna be single digit, just above freezing level, and freezing at night too. And as you can see behind me, very nice sunny day. All right, so the subject of my video today, I'm gonna take off my chain of my tractor. It's Saturday, it's 1400 hour, so it's kind of late for doing a video, but I had a very busy week, so take care of yourself. Cheers. As you can see behind me, my backyard is a battle zone. Oh boy, I'm sorry about. As I was speaking at the end of the video, there's a nice looking lady with a nice puppy dog, and she was looking at me with a beautiful smile. I was completely like, I had to keep myself. Anyhow, all right, let's go inside my garage. Oh my god, that's almost a heart attack I had. All right, folks, so now talking about the chains. All right, some folks, depends on where you work, what you do with tractor, they keep their chain all year round, and that's what they made for. It's perfect. In my case, I'm a city slicker, where I have asphalt. I just have my main driveway is on crushed rock, but sometimes I go on the street in the summertime with these spikes. I will left a trace on the asphalt, and I don't think my neighbor will appreciate that. So time to take off the chains, and just to give you an idea, is as you install it, you deflate the tire, you remove your chain, and then you inflate the tire. It's so much easier because me, despite of the winter, all the winter long, my chain are always tight. It's a safety aspect for me, very important, because I don't have too much of play between the you see the tire then there. There's not even a hinge. All right, to give you an idea. So that's why I need to keep my chain tight, especially the front end. The rear end, I've got some play, but that's for the reason. Now you deflate the tire, you remove the chain, you jack it of course, or you can just detach it and then you roll off. But the main purpose after that is I'm going to stick around and show you why my chains are basically rust free. All right, so stick around. Cheers. When you do that, use your front loader. Be in mind that front loader, a cylinder, a hydraulic hose, or even the valve can be broken easily, and then it drops. So be aware of that when you do this. Now on the rear part, I will use my floor jack to jack the part like this. All right. So it's no need for you to see me removing the chain. You have many videos about that, but I'm sticking about showing you how I preserve them. All right. Stick around. All right, as you can see, this is the front chain. I removed them. I use my rear for removing my rear chains. I use my floor jack. I'm about to do that, so stick around. All right, what you're seeing right here, all right, it's a lock wire to lock one of the clevis. Like, I'm just gonna point it to you to lock this. All right, and that was exposed to road salt, various element. And why it didn't corrode? Because it's copper. All right, the main, it's a copper wire, electrical wire house. It's because I covered them with oil. All right, so that's showing you oil is very good for protecting your chain or various equipment. And copper, trust me, does have a fast tendency to resist to corrosion, but as long as it is protected. All right. Now, talking about protection, after you finish, it's very important to clean your chain, like dropping on the ground, shaking them, and just for these two, I end up with that much grass and dirt and much more. All right, so stick around. I'm going to show you my special process to keep them in good shape. All right, folks. So what I have here is a designated bucket to keep all my chain, and what you see in the bottom is the residual oil. All right, that I have. Now that oil is the SAA 30 oil without soap, all right? That's the oil I use for storing my chain. So basically what I do is I pour the oil over my chain, like so. Not too much, because I don't want to drop it too much on the ground. And then I just put it like this, and like that. And then I will add some oil. So just hold on, my oil is right there. Again, this is the oil that I use, okay? And I just put all generously all over, like so, all right? About a cup. Now, during the summer, what I will end up doing is move my chain. I'm gonna drop the chain on the ground and put it back inverted, so the bottom chain will be on the top. So the oil circulate, and that will keep the chain well lubricated. It will stop the corrosion, because I have some corrosion, but the oil will stop it. All right. So I close the cover. Well, doesn't need to be tight. Yeah, I forgot this one is a screwing one. All right. So close. Here we go. And this is the tip, and how I preserve my chain after 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So winter 25. So it's been 8 years now. All right. And still looking great. I already showed you that. So yeah, this is my tip on how to take care of your chain. All right. Make sure you double check your tire pressure when you reflate them, when you bring it then to the proper pressure, because summer, you know, it's important. You don't want to overinflate your tires. All right. And do yourself a favor, do a good visual inspection on your tractor. It's the time. All right. Check for any corrosion, stuff like that. Make sure all your electrical connection are in good shape, clean. And yeah. All right. So again, thank you very kindly for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very kindly also for all the nice support, comment, feedback, comment, informative feedback, comment. Also, I have many channel YouTube creator, and also non-YouTube creator who they are doing maintenance. They're encouraging us YouTube creators and stuff like that. So thank you kindly, and remember, folks, life is very good. All right, cheers. Yes, I'd just like to tell you that I remove all my aircraft protective winter cover over my wings, my propeller, my engine. The right wing cover, because it's a green light. All right, as you see there. I have all my back there, for the tail wings. I've got the engine covered. On the other side of my basement, you can see my tarp all the way down there. Just for your information, because there's definitely no more snow or deep freeze and stuff like that. All right. Cheers. As you see, it's 30% humidity inside my basement, so that's why I always store all my tarps, my winter tarps. I let open like this for a couple of days, so it's all drying up. It was already pretty dry, but the humidity right now is at 65 to 70%. And yes, they had the sun over it, but I want it very dry, because the vital factor with the tarps, especially during the winter time, during the summertime, is when you store them, they are in the dry, away from the sun, away from source of heat. so that way there's no mildew buildup. All right, and at fall, before I install them, then I retreat them with the proper treatment, so there's no water is gonna go inside. All right, a protective coating, yes. All right, so thank you very kindly and cheers.